going on, everybody? Today we have got a banger of a 4-2-3-1 for you. It is my ultimate 4-2-3-1, and what I mean by ultimate is that this is probably going to be the one tactic that I utilize all year long, and you probably will too. That is how good this 4-2-3-1 is, and it's very unique as it has 11 different roles, which is really hard to pull off because a lot of people usually at least have the same winger combo. This time, very different, 11 different roles. If you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so want to hit that sub button. Also, I'll be linking my Discord down below, and that is where you can download the tactic from. And if you have not pre-ordered FM24 yet, I have links down below in the description as well for a discount code GORMY FM24, all caps. It will get you 22% off your pre-order of FM24 over at Fanatical, and you can play the early access right now, this very second, if you end up pre-ordering and using that discount code. Once again, 22% off using code GORMY FM24, all caps. But now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So at today's 4-2-3-1, ended up testing with Aston Villa and with Galatasaray. Both did very, very impressive. Aston Villa actually won a double. We can see that right here as they finished third in the Premier League, earning themselves Champions League qualification, automatic Champions League qualification. They won the Europa Conference League as well, and they also won the Carabao Cup. The squad overall was very impressive as they had 4 players scoring double-digit goals. Ollie Watkins with 31, Jacob Ramsey of all people with 20, Moussa Diaby with 12, and Douglas Luiz with 11. And then a couple people with double-digit assists as well, Douglas Luiz being one of them. Luca Digne having 13, as did Moussa Diaby, Ollie Watkins with 12, and Jacob Ramsey with 10. Like I just said previously, the other team that we tested with was Galatasaray in Turkey, and their results kind of blew me away because I tested with them 3 different times. 2 of the times they won trebles, and then the time that they didn't win a treble, they still won a double. So this tactic can definitely help you bring in absolute hauls with trophies. But the test for Galatasaray that we're looking at today is when they won the league on 96 points, only losing 2 games, 1 to Trabzonspor, 1 to Konyaspor. They got knocked out in the round of 16 of the Champions League, unfortunately, by Benfica. They won the Turkish Cup and they won the Turkish Super Cup. And squad-wise, Mr. Mari Cardi really led the way with 45 goals in 55 matches. He also had 5 assists to go along with that. But one player that really surprised me was Barış Alper Yilmaz. He had 23 goals. Very surprising. 23 goals in 29 games. 14 off the bench, though, as well. Hakim Ziyech with 17 and 13. Tete 16 and 11. Zaha 13 and 16. Karim Ekşikoglu had 12 and 6. I mean, just everyone was chipping in wherever they could. And Haino had 18 assists from the left back position, and Tanguy and Ndombele also had 12 assists. Now, before we break it down on the FM tactic side of things, I want to break it down here on the tactic board. So this is how we lined up. We had Icardi up top, Zaha on the left wing, Ziyech on the right wing, Dries Mertens playing that number 10, and Ndombele and Traore in the defensive midfield area, and Haino and Sacha Boey at right and left back, Abdul Karim and Kaan Ayhan at center back with Muslera and net. Now, like I said, there are 11 different roles within this tactic, so it plays very different than saying, okay, Zaha and Ziyech are both inside forwards, or we have 2 Segunda Volantes here, yada, yada, yada. So we're going to start out from the back. How is it very different in the back? Well, Haino plays as a fullback on attack. So when we are going forward, Haino is going to be up here. Zaha is going to be an inverted winger. He'll be in here. Now, Abdul Karim is a central defender, so he's going to stay in this area. Now, Kaan Ayhan, though, he's a libero. So Kaan Ayhan is going to come up where Traore is, and Traore is going to drop down because he is a halfback, and Sacha Boey is an inverted fullback. So it is going to then look a bit like this. Now, Hakim Ziyech is a winger on attack, and with the winger on attack this year, you can instruct them to cut inside. So while he is going to be occupying this space the majority of the time, when he is able to, he will be cutting inside, creating a 4 up top like this. Dries Mertens is a shadow striker. He'll be in around this area because we allow him to roam. Then Ndombele is a regista. He's going to be in around this area. And Kaan Ayhan, being the libero, is going to be up here. So when it is completely built up into the opponent's half, it is going to look a bit like this with Muslera coming up as well. Now, there are lots of attacking options here. And if Sasha Bowie or Traore or Abdul Karim feel like they can move forward and Kanai Han isn't able to, he can drop back and Traore will move forward. It's very interchangeable. And what is nice about it, you can also have it to where he is a libero on defend, and it'll kind of be a little bit of the same, but he will play more defensive as he is actually a libero on support. And with Icardi having all of these options of people being able to play the ball into him, it's no wonder that he had 45 goals. So now here we are on the FM side of things. Like I said, advanced forward on attack up top. We got an inverted winger on attack on the left, a shadow striker on attack at the number 10, a winger on attack on the right wing, a regista on support, and a halfback on defend in those defensive midfield areas, a fullback on attack at left back, inverted fullback on defend at right back, a libero on support as the right central defender, and a central defender on defend as the left central defender, and a goalkeeper on defend. Hence why Muslera was staying further back than, say, a sweeper keeper on support or on attack would. So on the advanced forward on attack, all that they have is shoot more often. The inverted winger on attack has crosses aimed at center and shoot more often. The shadow striker on attack has crosses aimed at center and shoot more often. And the winger on attack has crosses aimed at center, cut inside with the ball, and shoot more often. The regista has get further forward and tackle harder. The halfback has tackle harder. The fullback on attack has crosses aimed at center and tackle harder. The inverted fullback on defend has tackle harder. The libero on support has take more risks and tackle harder. The central defender on defend has tackle harder. And the goalkeeper on defend was left as is. Now, this tactic is played with a positive mentality. It can also be played with a balanced or attacking mentality. If you are a side like a Real Madrid or a Liverpool, a Man City, definitely feel free to go attacking because you will get the most out of this tactic. You will score a boatload of goals. If you are like a Aston Villa, Galatasaray, like those like mid-table type teams, I mean, Galatasaray are one of the top teams in Turkey, but a team that isn't like the elites, going positive, probably better for you. However, if you are lower in your division, like a Luton Town or a Nottingham Forest, maybe a Heidenheim in Germany, you'll probably want to go balanced because it will allow you to get the most out of your side and not be too risky with it. So once we are in possession, attacking width-wise, we play fairly narrow. We play out from the defense and focus play down the left and the right. We work the ball into the box using low crosses in the final third, slightly shorter passing directness, and slightly higher tempo. When in transition, we counter press and counter and distribute quickly to the fullbacks and center backs, aka distribute to the defense. And once out of possession, we play with a mid-block line of engagement and a lower defensive line, more often trigger press, and we trap to the outside. This tactic is absolutely insane, very, very good, very fun to use and watch, which we will see here in a moment. But before we do, once again, if you want to give this tactic a go, links will be down below in the description to my Discord where you'll be able to download the tactic from. And now, without further ado, let's see how it performs within the match engine. Well, if there's one thing I can say about this tactic, it's wow, does it look good. It looks so good. So, those highlights that you guys just saw, the Galatasaray highlights were actually from the Turkish Cup, and that was when they were playing against Başakşehir. They ended up beating them 10-2 on aggregate in the semifinal, which is absolutely incredible. And then the highlights from Aston Villa, one was the Carabao Cup final, where they went a man down and still won it 6-4 in extra time against, I believe it was West Ham. They won it against West Ham 6-4 in extra time. And one of the players you probably saw during those highlights was Nicolo Zaniolo, who what I didn't get to show during the squad portion because he was on loan actually from Galatasaray. He ended up having 19 goals and 13 assists throughout the season for Aston Villa. So that's another player that did absolutely fantastic in this tactic. But the other highlights were from the Europa Conference League final where they won 4-1 over Gent from Belgium, which this tactic absolutely fantastic, gets the job done day in, day out. I mean, overall between the two clubs, 5 different trophies, and Aston Villa honestly probably could have won another if Liverpool and Man City weren't as good as they were. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Once again, if you did enjoy, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. If you have not pre-ordered FM24 yet and wish to do so, I have links down below in the description for a 22% off of your pre-order using code Gormy FM24 at checkout over at Fanatical. And also, one more thing. The tactic file name is Gormy's 4231 high voltage. That is what you'll be looking for in my Discord under the download section for you guys to be able to give this a go in your saves. But until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.